We're going to be solving absolute value equations. Now, in order to solve an absolute value equation, we have to remember what an absolute value is. An absolute value always makes a number positive. It's talking about the distance of things. So that means that the absolute value of -3 is 3, and the absolute value of 3 is 3. So if I were to come up with a number -100, I would know that the absolute value of it would be 100. Or if I was finding the absolute value of 6, it would be 6. Now that brings us across a question. If we have the absolute value of x and we know that it's equal to 5, what numbers would x be? I say numbers because we just showed that -3 is equal to 3 and 3 is equal to 3. So in the same way, if we said the absolute value of 5 is 5 and the absolute value of -5 is also 5, which answer is it? And so what we're going to do is we're going to come up with two answers. We're going to say x is 5 or it's -5. Now that seems pretty obvious, but when we get into a more difficult equation, similar to b, x minus 4, the absolute value of it is equal to 9, we have to wonder, well, it could be equal to 9, the x minus 4, or it could be equal to -9. Because if it was equal to 9, we know the absolute value of 9 is 9. And if it was equal to -9, we know that the absolute value of -9 is also 9. So that means that we have two equations. One is x minus 4 equals 9. The other one is x minus 4 is equal to -9, because both of those give us a value that is equal to 9. Now we're going to solve the equation. I'm going to add 4, and just to make it extra fast, I'm going to do it the same thing with the other equation. So I get x is equal to 9 plus 4 is 13, or -9 plus 4 is -5. So x can either be 13 or -5. Now with letter C, notice that the absolute value has more to it. There's a 3 and it's negative. So we need to get the absolute value by itself before we're able to write the two equations. So I'm subtracting the 3. I get negative absolute value of 2x minus 3 is equal to -9. Now what I want to do is get rid of the negative in the front, so I'm going to divide by -1, and that gives me the absolute value of 2x minus 3 is equal to 9. So now I'm able to write the two equations, one being 2x minus 3 equals 9, the other one being 2x minus 3 equals -9. So I'm going to add the 3, and I get 2x is equal to 12. I'm going to add the 3, and I get 2x is equal to -6. So when I divide it by 2, I get x is equal to 6 or -3. Let's look at some more examples. Now we come across letter D, and there's a problem. And the problem is that we know that whenever we have an absolute value, it's always a positive. But we have a problem in which our answer is a negative. So we think, well, the absolute value of -12 is 12. It's not -12. And the absolute value of 12 is also 12. It's not -12. So we don't know what number to plug in. So our answer ends up being no solution, because there's nothing that we could plug into an absolute value that would make something negative. Now looking at letter E, this is similar to what we did in B. We have the absolute value by itself, so we're going to write the two equations. The first one being 2x plus 1 equals 11. The second one being 2x plus 1 equals -11. So I'm going to subtract the 1. 2x is equal to 10. subtract the 1, 2x is equal to negative 12. I'm going to divide each side by 2. And so I get two answers. X is equal to 5 or negative 6. Now, looking at letter F, this is similar to letter C. First thing that we need to do is we need to get the absolute value by itself. So I'm going to subtract the 1, and I get the absolute value of 2x minus 3 is equal to 9. Now I'm going to write my two equations. 2x minus 3 equals 9, or 2x minus 3 equals negative 9. Solving these equations, I'm going to add the 3, and I get 2x is equal to 12. Here I'm going to add the 3, and I get 2x is equal to negative 6. So when I divide it by 2, I get x is equal to 6 or negative 3.